Bring you up to date on the search for a man with a long criminal history. And there are new questions tonight about why this man was not in custody.
A lot of questions. Buffalo police call Adam Benefield a person of interest in the death of Kei'ara Hudson. Just to clarify, police identify the victim as Kei'ara Benefield. You may have heard that. She was married to Adam, but family members tell me that she did not use his last name. Police say Hudson was shot and killed in her vehicle near Shawnee and Richlawn Wednesday morning. Her family tells 7 News she left the house yesterday wearing a bulletproof vest, knowing she was in danger. Right now, Adam Benefield is not in custody, but he has already spent years in prison. Benefield was convicted on attempted kidnapping charges in 2000. He was in prison for 15 years, granted parole in 2015. The conditions for his parole expired 2 years later.
The 7 News I-team also uncovered new charges that were filed against Benefield earlier this week. The Erie County District Attorney's Office tells us Benefield was arraigned on several charges on Tuesday. That was 1 day before Hudson was killed. Those charges include assault, criminal mischief, menacing, unlawful imprisonment, and harassment. The DA's office also tells us these were all misdemeanor charges, and he was released because these offenses do not qualify for bail.
And we've been doing a lot of research on this. That is not, of course, sitting well with Hudson's family. We are bringing you team coverage of a story that we first shared with you yesterday. Olivia Proya is live in Cheektowaga, where police just gave an update on the case a few minutes ago. But we begin with the questions and concerns about why Adam Benefield is still a free man.
This is just crazy because a lot of domestic violence been going on, especially with females. And the police are not doing anything. The courts are not doing anything.
Montasia Jeter says the system failed her sister, Kei'ara Hudson. Kei'ara was shot and killed in front of her 3 children Wednesday morning. Jeter says Hudson was in an abusive relationship with her husband, Adam Benefield, who has a lengthy criminal record. His most recent arrest, Tuesday. He was arraigned and released.
They knew that this man was a criminal. They should have never let him out in the first place.
Andrew Hodge is the victim's ex-boyfriend and father of one of the kids in the SUV the day Hudson was killed. Hudson's family believes bail reform is to blame. I spoke with New York State Assembly Majority Leader Crystal Peoples-Stokes, who is a strong supporter of bail reform.
At the end of the day, bail reform is about not incarcerating people prior to a trial. And there's a lot of things they could have done with that gentleman besides let him go.
But the clerk for the Cheektowaga judge that did let him go tells our I-team Judge James Spire's hands were tied because of bail reform, saying the charges, all misdemeanors, were non-qualifying offenses. The victim's family says they won't stop until justice is served. They say there were numerous warning signs, including a video posted on social media appearing to show Kei'ara being physically abused.
She just bought a bulletproof vest 2 days ago, posted it on Facebook.
And she took a picture in it last night and said, if this isn't a cry for help, I don't know what is. Buffalo Police Department. Nobody did anything. Nobody has been doing anything.
And now she mentioned the police. Now the captain of the Cheektowaga Police Department speaking moments ago saying his officers did all they could legally. He says a domestic violence advocate was working with Hudson. He also said it is, quote, frustrating when you try, you have so many steps in place and you know somebody is in danger. You know there's a clear and present danger, yet the court has no option but to let this person back out into our community, end quote.
As Hudson's family searches for answers, police continue to search for her husband. Olivia Proya, live in Cheektowaga tonight, where police just gave us an update. Olivia.
Thanks, Jeff. Yeah, Chief Gold of the Cheektowaga Police Department just told us about how this issue within Cheektowaga started. It started back on September 28th when police were called to the family's home for a complaint that Adam had punched Kei'ara in the face, and police were called to deal with that situation. When they got there, Benefield was locked in the bathroom. Once he came out of the bathroom, he was brought to ECMC for a medical and a psychological evaluation. During that time, they issued a warrant for his arrest, and on Thursday, a domestic violence advocate made contact with Kei'ara. And she showed her a video of the injuries and the actual assault that took place. The domestic violence advocate told her to send that video to police. By Friday, they still had not had the video and arranged for a meeting with the victim on Monday. By Tuesday, the suspect turned himself in, and he was arraigned and released because the charges that were put against him did not qualify for bail. Police say that is frustrating.
New York State is the last state that doesn't take into account the dangerousness of a defendant to the community when considering bail. That is something that we've asked for. That is something that we will continue to ask for, and we hope that our elected officials consider those changes.
Commissioner Gramaglia from the Buffalo Police Department was also present here today. He said that Adam Benefield is a person of interest in this homicide that took place yesterday. They consider him armed and dangerous. They have no information of if he's suicidal at this point, but they do believe he is local and have full efforts to find him. In Cheektowaga, Olivia Proya, 7 News.
All right, thank you, Olivia. Also tonight, Crime Stoppers in Buffalo offering up to $7,500, a reward here for information that leads to Adam Beningfield's arrest. You can find much more about this search and also about Kei'ara Hudson. All available right now at WKBW.com.
And help is available for anyone in an abusive relationship 24 hours a day. You can call Erie County Child and Family Services at 884-6000. There's also the Family Justice Center at 558-7233. We also have these numbers on WKBW.com.